508, 508, 508 is where I'm from. 508 is where I'm from. 508 is where I'm from. See where I'm from, we don't use no gas and burners, we don't rip no corners, we're straight money earners for you to see, make your whole family mourners. When we're done with you, they're gonna have to pick your ass up at the corners. Me and my crew will hit you with that right left, leave you toothless, yeah, cause we're ruthless, yeah, that's some true shit. You don't wanna mess with cheddar and it's gonna be that be cats in the ambulance, yeah. Food stamps, leave your clothes, buddy, and damn, then we're scooping up your trends. 508, where I'm from. 508 is where I'm from. 508 is where I'm from. See, I'm repping that medicine place media. My producer Gio likes the way I flow, like an encyclopedia. Whack cats are on me like bad bacteria. That they get attracted from a dusty free large cafeteria. Central Mass is where I reside, where you can't run and hide. I can verify that was statewide, leave you horrified because you're unqualified. I'm just glad I survived. Time for me to put it in the overdrive, leaving these.
We live. All right. What's up, Turtle Riders? How we all doing out there tonight? Good? Excellent. Welcome to the Turtleboy live show, guys. We do this show every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday night at 9 p.m. If you are not already a subscriber, please just, smash that subscribe button for me. Let me see here. Yeah, smash that subscribe button for me and, make sure that you are tuning in every night. Also, give us a big thumbs up. That definitely helps, I'm told, with the whatever, however the fuck these algorithms work. But yeah, I've also shared the links to this on the Clarence Woods Emerson is going to be back tomorrow night at this time. He's back from a 40-day hiatus in the hole. He'll probably last a couple of days, then go back in the hole. So make sure that you're liking the Turtleboy Sports Facebook page as well as the Uncle Turtleboy page. You gotta like them all, folks. Just like them all. It's easier that way. Oh, let me adjust my mic here too. Hold on. And by the way, how you doing, Brett? Welcome to the show.
Good. You? How was your week? Hectic as usual.
As always, it's never easy, man. Some shit's always going down. But yeah, and by the way, happy birthday out there to Kate Batista, one of our favorite Turtle Riders. It's a birthday today, so I'm going to give a shout out. What's that?
That's I'm going to get rich playing poker. That's a book on poker that someone in the comments will understand why it's sitting in my channel.
Okie dokie. So also I've shared this on Twitter. Can we get whose dick do I have to suck for some Twitter followers? Can I get 5,000 Twitter followers? Is that too much to ask for? Follow me on Twitter, guys. I've been back on for over 6 months and they haven't kicked me off. Follow at Dr. Turtleboy. That's at Dr. Turtleboy. I'm on there. Also at Turtleboy Phone. You can follow me on either one. I'm finally back on and I can't literally suck dick for Twitter followers. So get at me on there. The Turtleboy Sports Facebook page passed 8,000 a day. Subscribe. This YouTube channel's got like 15,400, I want to say. So yeah.
You can get more Twitter followers if you share your sponsor link, I bet. I even shared your sponsor link last night on my bullshit show and did 2 ad reads for it.
The Wonderlust?
Yeah, of course. Wonderwall.
Well, let's get to that right now, guys. This episode is brought to you by our good friends over at Wonderlust. So listen, ladies and some gentlemen that are into this sort of thing, with so many sex toys out in the world, the experience of shopping for one can be intimidating, confusing, and for some people, a little bit embarrassing, right? So to make shopping for toys even more difficult, there's countless websites offering a narrow view of their customer and their marketing products with little information or education. It becomes quite overwhelming to find what you want and to know if what you're getting is body safe or even non-toxic. Spoiler alert, many are not. Wonderlust was created to provide an easy and stigma-free experience where every product has been researched to make sure they meet our rigorous standards, or their rigorous standards, and are of the highest quality. They believe that the right sex toy can aid in exploring pleasure, deepen relationships, open communication, and bring body awareness. So visit GoWonderlust.com. That's Go Wonder, WONDR, Lust.com and find your vibe. No pun intended. Also, we got a promo code for that. Use promo code TURTLE15 to get 15% off of your entire order and free shipping on orders over $69. It's $69 as in 69. So get on that, ladies and gentlemen, if that's your kind of thing. You can't go wrong. 50% off, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
You know? Awesome. Yeah. Okie dokie. So without further ado, let me just change my mic setting here so I can actually hear you. Oh, thank you, Christine. I appreciate that. From a Turtleboy prescriber. I love it. I love it. Oh. So I do have a whatchamacallit, a freestyle plan for if we can raise $200 in the super chat. So how the super chat works, guys, if like see what Christine did right there, she donated and she gets to write like a little whatever on there. So you can give a shout out to your homies, your dogs, you know, your baby mama, maybe some side hoe that's been messing with your mans. I don't know, whoever you want to call out, you can put them up there on the big screen and they will get roasted. So you can say whatever you want.
You want to buy a magic bullet for.
Yeah, maybe so. Maybe so. So again, if you do that, if we can raise $200, I have a freestyle planned. It's kind of my thing. I'm a world famous rapper, if you will. So if we can get 200 in there, then we can do that and it'll be dope. I promise. Okay. So without further ado, I think, how we like to start off every episode, a little thing called Where You Reppin'. So let us know in the comments right now, where are you watching the live show from tonight? Go. Janetti's in count. We haven't had Janetti on in a while.
He's live right now, I believe.
Is he? Oh, okay. Whitensville, Northbridge, St. Albans, Tucson. Let's see. Thank you, Amanda. Smithfield, Saugus, Norton, Eastern Mass, because it's better in Central Mass. That's what you think, if you like traffic. Stonington, Connecticut. Let's see. What else we got here? Oh, they're going so fast. They're going so fast. Holy shit. Naples, Florida, Clinton, Matthews, North Carolina, Nashua, Newburyport, Salem, Woonsocket, Lowell, Snowbelt, Crow Point, Kingdom East, all right, whatever that is, North Reading, Billerica, Kansas, Apache Junction, Fitchburg, Wareham, Rockland, Worcester, Middleborough, Agawam, Dartmouth, Naptown, Possum Trot, Kentucky, that's a new one, Salem, Franklin, Worcester, Rhode Island, Walpole, not the prison, Shrewsbury, West Roxbury, Rhode Island, Methuen, Hubbardston, Worcester, Trashland, Brockton, Leominster, Woonsocket, West Brookfield, Whitensville, Beanstalk, South Hadley, Lowell, Tewksbury, Lake Ariel, Pennsylvania, Gankaloo, Cheshire, UK, excellent, Somerset, the 413, Northampton, Pawtucketville, the 02020, I don't know what that is, Belchertown, Dirty Dairy, New Hampshire, Crock Hill, London, Brett's Basement, Kansas City, Auburn, Hampstead, New Hampshire, Webster, Bridgewater, what else? Gaffney's Dungeon, holy shit, Cranston, Attleboro, Middleton, Arlington, Clarksburg, Virginia, Nottingham, Braintree, Glendale, Dexter, Arizona, Jesus Christ, Dunedin, Florida, Monson, Auburn, Australia, g'day, that's a new one, Conway, New Hampshire, Whitman, Springfield, Grafton Hill, Amesbury. So if I missed you, Lynn, I missed you. I still love you guys. Did as many as I could there, but we'd be here all night and we got to get this party started. Okay, so I think we're up to 135. That's a good start. Let's get this party started, shall we, Brett?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. I'm going to start off with this story out of, where'd it go? Kingston. Photographer story. I'm going to start with light, and then we're going to get into the St.Angelo stuff because we got some updates on that. We got a couple of guests we're going to bring on, but I wanted to do a little warm up. You know what I mean? Got to ease into it.
And that's not going to be real fun.
Well, this one's an easy one. So this chick out here. Yeah, we'll get to that. So we have a chick in Kingston, Massachusetts. She's a photographer. We've done a number of these shady photographer blogs. And as you can see, her name's Emma Parsons. She's goth, right? Like she got the whole goth thing. But people rave about her photography. I guess she actually does a really good job taking pictures of your dogs and whatever. And all of a sudden I got a couple emails about this, basically saying that this chick, people paid hundreds, in some cases thousands of dollars for pictures. She came by, took them, and then never developed them. And it's been a year. And every time they ask her for it, she's got this whole thing about like my life is falling apart, right? And so this is an example of the type of email that she sent customers, Bret. She says, so sorry for the wait. My entire life is destroyed right now, and some horrible things have been happening on that I can't even talk about. And then my fiance cut my engagement right in half in front of my face. I'm getting set up by people I thought were friends. I spent every single weekend at a funeral. Everything is awful. Thank you for your patience. What are you supposed to say to that if you're the customer?
I would say, what the fuck is a half of an engagement?
That too.
You just take the ring, but he still let you stay in the house? I don't understand.
That's a great question.
You're using this from a business account, that you're giving these bullshit fucking reasons for not doing the job people have already fucking paid for. There is no answer, because either you're the asshole that goes, yeah, I don't give a fuck about your funeral fucking world tour. Give me my fucking pictures of my little fucking kid, or whatever the pictures are of. You know?
Yeah, I mean, my big thing would be like, I don't care about your problem. Like, no offense, but like, I don't care. Like I'm not paying you to, I'm not your therapist. I'm a customer. I give you money for things. You come and take our pictures, and then you just print them out. That's literally your job, is you just take the pictures and print them out. We've given you the money for it. So it's been months now. And I don't care about your white trash drama lifestyle that you're living in, your fiance. I don't even care if you have a fiance. I care if you get the pictures done. That's it.
I guess so. I guess the right answer is, yeah. So when am I getting my pictures then?
You're right. But she knows that most people are not you and I, Bret. Like, they don't think like us. They're not as blunt. So they're going to get this, and they're going to be like, oh, well, this is awkward. I hope things get better for you, stranger. I don't really know you on a person. I'm not your friend. I don't know why you're sharing this with me, but a little bit awkward. Hope you feel better, I guess. I don't know. And she had been, meanwhile, collecting money from more customers during this whole time. Here's some more messages that she sent people. This is in October that she sent to another customer. She goes, it is totally okay. I've been in the worst situation of my life and basically lost my fiance, my home, and my life as I know it, in a fucked up, tragic situation that never should have happened. So I've been an emotional wreck in a depression coma for about a week now, and I'm living on my friend's floor. Trust me, I didn't even notice. Oh my God. It's like, again, these people are like, oh, I'm so sorry. Okay, that's awful. I don't know you. It's okay. Luckily, my best friend has space for me now and was my only hope. I can't believe how mad this is. I'm still in shock trauma mode. Oh my God. Oh, girl. Thank you. I totally appreciate you so much. You're always so willing to help. Nothing anyone can do, really. The situation is just a living nightmare, and that needs to be dealt with, and I am so lost on it. I've been put in a terrible position. No car, no license at all. At his house, lost everything, and in physical rib is killing me. Oh, my God. Nothing. The situation is just a live. It's like, oh, my God. Like, so he's basically telling him, like, this guy, she goes, Jimmy, the boyfriend, the fiance, who dumped her a few months ago, by the way, and now she's back with him. Jimmy went into an off his medication psychosis rage, like lights on, nobody home, and almost choked me to death twice in a blackout freak out. It ended up fracturing my ribs. He doesn't even remember. Why the fuck are you sharing this with a stranger? Like, what? Am I alone in this world?
No, it absolutely. Like, why the fuck would you tell total strangers this shit just to get out of doing your fucking job?
That's it. And I'm sorry, like,
insane.
I don't know that much about photography, but I can't imagine it takes that much to print out the fucking pictures, does it?
Yeah, and it's not like nowadays, it isn't like the old days where it's film, actually. Isn't it like digital files that they just fuck with now?
I think so. And they just get rid of their watermark.
A photographer friend that lives in Florida, Bob Bernier, you know him.
Oh, I know Bob. Oh, he's a great photographer.
And his is all, like, I'm almost sure it's just all digital shit.
Of course, yeah.
So it's not even, it's literally time on a computer. It's not like it. I'm not going to belittle photography. Like, I don't know how long it takes to go through a whole order or whatever, but it can't be like an afternoon, I would think, just to look at some pictures, make sure they're good, maybe soup them up a little and send them in an email or some shit.
I mean, somebody said editing's time consuming, but It doesn't consume a year. Now, keep in mind, I've been in this. I think this girl has mental health issues because they're like, she has like a fucked up backstory and all. And I feel for her like that, right? But like, you know, and I've been there before. If we recall, like I took a little time off a couple months ago for my own mental health, and it was very necessary to do that. And so I've been there before. But like a year, I mean, how long do you take off before it's like, okay, you're milking this one a little bit?
And who the fuck waits a year for pictures that they paid for?
Yeah, serious. Or just like, okay, you can't do it. How about hire somebody? How about like get somebody else to do it? Outsource your work. It needs to end. Like, I would argue that like one of the things that helped me like get better more than anything was working, like getting back in the routine. Like that's what you need to do. Instead, she does this whole caps lock routine here. Dude, I've been homeless for months and I've been the victim of serious domestic abuse where the police legit had to get a protective order on me after I was beaten with a bat. And that was just one time out of, I don't know how many anymore. I lost my car, which got taken in a snowstorm. I have nothing, no home, no car. Tried to kill myself. I don't know, maybe 3 times now. Jesus Christ. Do you people seriously think I would do this by choice? Are you all kidding me? Like, do any of you have any understanding for what I've been going through for months, and this living nightmare still isn't over, and I'm fighting every day just to find a reason to keep living? I didn't want this to happen. I've been able to deal with a single damn thing since everything started to fall apart for me months ago when I was assaulted for the first time and dealing with being tossed to the streets and abandoned by everyone. And I legit have not been able to do a single work-related thing due to having to spend every last ounce of my energy, brain power, is terrible. Oh my God. It just goes on and on. It's like, can I get my pictures? That's all I care about. Like, I don't
give a shit of my pictures in the time it took you to write this bullshit.
Yeah. Did you see how she
half dozen of my fucking pictures?
Not even kidding. She ends it by saying, I'm truly sorry. And if I don't kill myself before I get to have a life again, or even time or sanity to do it, I will send you everything and make it right again. I will. Like, yeah, so I'll get it to you if I don't kill myself. And if I do kill myself, like, it's kind of on you. Like, you put so much pressure on me and now I'm dead because of you. I mean, that's what she's saying there, right?
Of your pictures. You needed your pictures and now I'm dead.
Yeah. So
fucking
fuck you.
And who the fuck? She tried to kill herself at least 3 times, she said. In that little diatribe.
Right, 3 times. It's like this is called weaponizing suicide. And that's one thing people always like, you know, you've shit on people for the suicide thing. Okay, well, I don't like when people weaponize it. Like when people use it as like, oh, well, if you do, I'm going to kill myself if I have to do this. Like, no, don't put that on other people. Like that's not fair to be like, well, I've tried it 3 times. Okay. Well, I'm sorry to hear that, but like, why, what? Go see a shrink, you know?
And this has what to do with my graduation pictures?
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Well, my dog, the dog you took pictures of, well, he's dead. So you kind of ruined that for me. So my dog's dead. So thanks a lot for that. That's really nice of you.
We've already had another birthday since that party, but thanks anyway, lady. You know,
yeah. So she shut down her page after this. She went, and this is the boyfriend who I could have told you this guy's an abuser. Just look at him. And I hate to be the guy that's like, you know, blames the victim, but like you're choosing to be with this piece of shit. You know, you chose him. So anyway, I could go on and on forever about her. Let's go on to the next topic, right? St.Angelo. I want to talk about Ashley St.Angelo. Okay. So, as you guys know, we've talked about this at length. Ashley St.Angelo is a former dude named Anthony. No, is a dude. No, is a dude.
Is a dude. Has a penis, right?
Has it, but he has tits.
Yeah. So what? So does Josh Abrams, but he's still got a dick. Still a dude.
That's a good point. Good point. By the way, not to go off on a thing, Josh Abrams he's got a girlfriend, and his girlfriend messaged me, and Josh wants me to come and interview him in Concord Prison. Should I do it?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead. Why is Kate calling you on Josh's behalf?
Not Kate.
Oh, I thought you said his girlfriend.
No, he has a real girlfriend. He has an actual girlfriend. Yeah, he has an actual. Yeah, you would. I would do it if I could record it. I'm not doing. If you can't record it, there's no point, right?
Oh yeah, so it'll just be you writing a blog afterwards. No,
Yeah, like
fuck
type
that.
it out. Like,
Me
here's
on
what it
camera.
says. It's got to be. You got to get the inside.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna have to contact Concord Prison. I don't know if there's any COs out there from Concord right now. Let me know what the deal is on that. I don't know if you're allowed to bring in. It's really not a bad hike. I don't mind going there. But yeah. Anyway, so let's talk.
You would be pretty cool, man.
That would be a kind of, that would be my first jail. Even though Josh Abrams just wants attention. That's all he wants. Like, I'm giving him what he wants, but fuck it. It'd be cool to do it.
Jailhouse interview.
Jailhouse interview is pretty badass.
It's almost as cool as the fucking insane asylum interview you did last year.
Yes. With
almost cool.
Whatever happened to Amanda? Amanda's just dead or something. Weird.
I think she calls herself One Hot Girl now and hangs out with some other channel. I'm not sure though.
Okay, let's talk about Ashley St.Angelo. So, for those of you unfamiliar with this story, Ashley St.Angelo is a lunatic dude from East Providence who was he's been stalking. I first wrote about him in September after his daughter Marissa went missing. Let me message her right now. I'm messaging him right now. So anyway, his daughter, Marissa went missing and she posted on Facebook, "I'm not missing. I ran away from home because my dad is abusive," right? Like, so don't worry about me. But he's like, basically, I mean, we read that. I mean, do I have it right here? I don't have it right here, but we've read it before. Go back and watch the old episodes. So I thought that was newsworthy, right? And I write about it, and then I don't hear from this guy for like 4 months. Then he starts emailing me, asking me to take it down. I refuse. So he starts threatening me. He starts making up this fake account called the Justice League. He puts pictures of my kids up there, says sexual comments about them, all this shit. And I'm going to tell him to jump on right now. Because I'm talking to the girls backstage right now. I'm trying to get him in there. I don't see him backstage yet, but there's Holly. Okay, I'll bring her on in a minute. But anyway, so this guy wanted me to take the blogs down, and I refused because there's just no reason to. And so he starts harassing my family, giving me all this shit, and then he starts harassing, people I care about at their workplaces because they can't get to me, so they're going to try to go after my family. And I go to the police about it. And as soon as I do that, he runs to a judge in Providence and gets an order against me. The judge gives an order against not only me, but my wife, who has nothing to do with any of this. And so now I got to go there. And I thought it would be in and out, but the judge there again is a bitch and is incompetent and is clearly corrupt and doesn't like me. So she's like, yeah, I'm going to drag this out. I'm going to make this a long time because this is complicated, even though it's really very simple. And so we raise $14,500 with the GoFundMe, and then GoFundMe shuts that down. Now we've made about 10,000 of that back. However, let me see here what we got here. However, I've made like 10,000 of it back. So by the way, it's pinned to the top if you guys feel like donating to that. Because we've already reached our peak for the whatchamacallit, for the, you know what I'm talking about. We reached our thing for the freestyle. So we got the freestyle. Yeah. So I had court with Ash. So Ashley had a warrant out for his arrest, and it was not extraditable. So all I had to do was call the Worcester County District Attorney's Office because he violated. I got an order against him. He violated by contacting my wife's work again. Yep. And so I contact the police, and they're like, "We'll put a warrant out for his arrest." Well, they can't extradite him. And all I had to do, because he lives in East Providence, Rhode Island, different states. So I call up the district attorney's office, and I'm like, "Hey, can we make it extraditable? Because he keeps violating it from East Providence." And they go, "Oh yeah, sure." They just press a button and it's extraditable. And then the East Providence police go to his house this week. They pick his ass up. The whole house, I've heard it was like a fucking disaster zone in there. Like animals everywhere, fleas everywhere. The younger brother, who's huge, by the way, and is autistic, was like, thought this lifestyle was normal. Like it was just completely abhorrent. And so they've condemned the house. As you can see there, it's all boarded up. And then I had court with Ashley, and this was Ashley. There he is. Okay, in trouble. And did you guys hear this audio? Let me just change this real quick. I'm gonna bring his daughters on it just as soon as I play this tape. But you got to hear this. Check this out.
I want you to understand that is one side of the story. That is not
exactly, sir. That's why a not guilty plea, ma'am. That's why a not guilty plea
He goes,
is on
sir.
your behalf, and you'll have a chance to tell your side of the story through your attorney later on. But now is not the time to do that because anything you say now can be used against you in the court of law. So you should discuss anything with your lawyer or saying anything, and just realize that if you violate the terms that I've just set, or you're charged with a new offense, you can be held without bail.
All right, the reason I asked Your Honor a question is Mr. Kearney has made several statements online that his intent was setting me up. So I'm afraid that he's going to try to set me up again, like these two charges. I only knew about one, but on there's two. He's made
Again,
trying to set me up.
Ma'am, that's why you need to discuss this with your attorney.
They're like, he goes, my attorney. You hear? You got to hear the part where he tells him, my attorney told me not to come here and talk, but I'm just going to keep talking anyway.
I can't give you legal advice. That's why you've been appointed an attorney. Discuss all that with your attorney.
Okay. And I asked Your Honor, I came in on my own against my attorney's wishes in Rhode Island. He's trying to straighten the situation out by the police department. But as soon as I found out, I came in on my own against my attorney's wishes. And I'm asking to be released on personal recognizance.
I've already done that.
Okay.
I've already been released on personal recognizance.
I've already done that. I've already released you on
Yeah.
personal recognizance. So he obviously doesn't know what's going on. And he just thinks he can talk his way out of anything. It's very clear at this point. So I'm going to bring on now. I have both Holly and Marissa backstage. Marissa was the one that was missing this summer. And she did not come on before, but her older sister Holly did the first time around. And Holly also ran away as a teenager. She's a little bit older. So I'm going to bring them both on right now. Give me one sec. There's Holly, right? And then here is Marissa. How you guys doing?
Hi.
Thank you for coming on.
No problem.
So how are you guys doing, by the way? You okay?
Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah. Welcome to the show. And so I'm gonna start with Marissa. So when this all started over the summer, what made you write that on Facebook?
Well, basically because my father was telling everybody like what wasn't true. So I felt as though so everybody knows what was actually going on. I told them, and it was actually my mom and my sister also helped me. Like they were like, "Oh, you should write a post because people are thinking you're dead." And I was like, "Okay, I'm going to tell people what's actually going on."
Yeah, you just wanted to let people know that you're okay.
Yeah, that I'm fine and that I wasn't dead or kidnapped or me and my mom, we just left.
So why did you run? What made you decide to run away? What was he doing?
He just got worse and worse and worse, and my mom didn't want to deal with it anymore. And she was like, "This is not healthy for my daughter." And she wanted to bring my brother, but she didn't because he would have told my dad. So me and my mom, we just left.
So you snuck out.
Yeah, we snuck out. We took like our clothes and our bags and we threw them out the window. And then we told my dad we were going to the store, and then we just never came back.
Oh, you did? Okay. And then you went to a friend's house, I want to say?
Yes. We went to a friend's house. I'm not going to say where, but we went to a friend's house. We stayed there. We were safe and everything. And then my dad got custody. So then I left. I was gone. I left. And my mom knew I was okay, but I didn't tell her where I was. But I left because I was in fear of my life.
How come? What would he do to you?
He's broken bones. He's beaten me. He's starved me. He's locked me in my room. He's just done like things that you think you would see in a horror movie.
That's awful. Sorry.
Yeah.
To hear that.
So my mom got fed up and she took me and she said, "We're leaving."
And did your mom try to stop him when he was doing these things? Call the police?
Yes, my mom has tried, and the police didn't do anything because my father said, "Oh, I'm transgender. You're discriminating against me." And he tried saying in court that me and my mother are discriminating against him. But how are we discriminating against somebody when we would he would make us go to Pride with him? Granted, we liked going to Pride to like, you know, because I'm not against people like that. But when you use it to get away with the law, that's a different story.
And he does, yes, because
he does that. I feel like the only reason I feel like a part of him, yeah, he wants to be a girl, but I feel like another part is he wants to get rid of the Anthony St.Angelo background.
What is the background? I mean, I know he's got some.
He has a lot of criminal charges, a lot with his ex-girlfriend. I don't know her name. A lot with my mother, some with his family, and some with just people that he used to know.
Was he always like this when he was like not transitioning?
Yeah, he was always like this. It just got worse and worse as the years went on.
Okay. And so, Holly, you ran away too when you were younger. Was it similar circumstances?
Basically, I was just the oldest, so I got the brunt of it when I was still there. And then when I left, she got the brunt of it. We both got equally as abused, but because I was older, I went through more of it.
What is your brother like? I mean, does he turn him against you guys?
Yes.
Like, does he?
He's a great kid.
He is an amazing kid.
Yeah, without my father.
Yeah, I mean, he's 15. Is that right?
I have messages.
You have to ask Marissa. I can't remember.
What was that?
How old is he? 15. Is that right?
15. He's turning 16 in June.
Okay. Does he go to school or anything? Like,
I don't know, but I texted him when my father got arrested, and he just kept telling me, talk to the lawyer, and he was mad at me, and I think he feels as though I got him arrested too.
Oh, that's probably what he told. That's probably what.
Yeah. Because then I called my grandmother, because my grandmother has temporary custody of my brother right now. Okay. And my grandmother said that, oh, it's your mother's fault that your father got arrested. And she had no idea it was you.
Your grandmother on his side?
No, my mom's side.
Your mom's side with Ashley? Your dad?
Yeah, that's what's crazy.
But did you tell them that, like, no, there's more complicated. This is completely
Yes, but my dad is a manipulator and he brainwashes people.
Yeah. I don't know how. I thought, because I've been to a lot of courts and stuff before, and I thought this was going to be an in and out thing, because obviously I've never harassed your father. I've never contacted him. Like, I just wrote a story about him. And the next thing you know, in his affidavit, he's accusing me of throwing bricks through his window and eggs. And I've never even been to East Providence.
It's always like that. He finds a way to make the other person look bad, and he tries to make himself look like a complete angel, and he's not.
No, he's definitely not. It's amazing that they fall for it. Now, so basically what's happening here is the judge asked me in court to take down the blog about him and get rid of the restraining order. And I contemplated it for like 10 minutes because I'm like, this is such a pain in the ass for me to come down here and deal with this. I just want it to go away. But then I thought about it, and I'm like, number one, I would be silencing not only myself, but I feel like I'd be silencing you guys, because nobody else wrote about what you put on Facebook, even though I consider that like kind of newsworthy. And so how do you feel about that? The idea that kind of like the court is pressuring me to silence you.
I feel as though that's not right. I feel like my voice, you know, like when you have a voice, it feels like it gets stripped away with my father. It feels like you don't have a voice, and it feels like he is your voice for you. Like, I would go to doctor's appointments, and I was not allowed to tell the doctor what was wrong with me. He wouldn't let me say anything.
Really? Like, what was he trying to cover up, you think?
I think he was trying to cover up the fact that he's hurt me.
Oh, so if you were like, why do you have a broken bone? Well,
yeah, like if I had a broken bone, my dad would blame it on, oh, it was the brother by accident. It was the dog. Oh, she accidentally fell, or something that wasn't true.
That's awful.
And I had to sit there and lie, because if I went home and told them the truth, it was a big problem.
Jesus, you must have been felt like you were in a prison.
Yeah, pretty much. It felt like you were living in like a dungeon.
Now, did you guys go to school while this was going on?
Yeah, we did. And a couple of times the school has called my parents and said, is everything okay at home? And they were like, yeah, everything's fine. And a couple of times we've had DCYF, even when my sister was still living there, come into the house, and our father would make us lie, and they would try to cover up our bruises.
Now, one thing
they make us try to clean up all their mess too.
Like, yeah, and they would try to clean up the house.
Who
and
would?
make it look nice.
Our parents. Our parents would always know when DCYF was showing up, and then they'd make us go down in the basement,
The thing is,
which was the dirtiest place in the house.
Yeah.
And then they would make us sit there in that sludge and disgusting crap and clean it up.
Yeah, my mom had no control over anything. My dad would, like, if my mom tried to tell my dad no, my mom would say no. My dad would be like, don't tell me no. And then he would start into a fight with my mom. Because before I was born and when my sister was little, my dad have you seen my dad's keys, like, in the courtroom? My dad has this big pile of keys, like this big hook, like the hooks.
Like a jail keeper or something.
Yeah, and it was like 100 keys, and he smashed my mom upside the head with it and cracked her skull.
So your mom is an abuse victim?
Yes.
Too, okay. Because people are saying, so did your mom, like, she was scared to, like, I mean, did she help?
She was scared. And then when she would call the cops, because there was another time my mom called the cops, and there was a restraining order against my dad and my mom, so they couldn't be next to each other. And my dad forced my mom to drop that restraining order, or he said he's going to take all of us away. And she didn't want to lose her kids.
Yeah, I mean, because I've seen him. He gets what he wants in court. He has a restraining order against your neighbors, the Meehans.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they have one on him, I guess, too. What was going on there with that, with the neighbors?
My brother's birthday was when it completely blew up last year, because my dad, like those popping, like, firework things.
Yes,
they just pop. My dad threw one under their car, and lit it, and it was popping under their car, and they called the cops. And then just then on, it was this big, huge fight. And my dad made fake text messages saying it was the neighbors, saying they were going to burn our house down, and it wasn't even real.
He's been doing that to me too. I feel like all this fake, like, he just lies in court. That's all he does. And
he lies through his teeth.
So the Meehans never sent the messages.
No, they never sent the messages. My neighbors never did anything wrong to my father. My dad is the one that caused everything. My neighbors were people. We lived in a nice neighborhood. It was our house that my dad made look so bad that when I would go to school, kids would be like, oh, that's the girl that lives in the weird house.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. The house, I guess, was covered in fleas. Was there a lot of animals when you guys lived there, or like
when I lived there, it didn't look like, I guess, whatever it is now. But we had I think 3 or 4 cats and 2 dogs, and both of those dogs were mine, and I wasn't allowed to take them. They were my dogs. I took care of them, and I did everything for them. But because they were in my father's name, because I'm a kid, I'm not allowed to have them, and now they're in the pound and may be put down, and I can't have my dogs.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Are you 17 now?
I'm going to be 17 in June, the end of June.
All right. So all right. And then you could get emancipated after that. So does he want you back? Is he trying to?
Yes, he's trying to get me back because I'm just a check to him. You know how my dad's on disability and everything? He gets a check for me every month. Oh. So because I'm not with him anymore, he lost that check.
And he's probably getting a bigger check for your brother because he's special needs.
Yeah, my brother's special needs.
Wow. Unbelievable. I'm sorry you guys are dealing with that. I can only imagine.
And we're still fighting in court.
How so?
It's still going on. They're still doing a custody fight because every time it's about to close, my dad finds something else to keep it open.
Now, the judge who issued the order against your neighbor, the Meehans, is Judge Darrigan, the same one that issued one against me. Did you know that you were a plaintiff in that? No,
I did not.
Yeah, you have a restraining order against the Meehans too.
I never went to a court date about that. I never testified about that. I never even asked for a restraining order about that. And that's just news to me now. I didn't even know I had one.
Yeah, you have one against them. Your brother and him, because I guess you were living there at the time. It was like early July.
Yeah, I was still there.
Yeah, so that's freaking crazy. Holly,
I was stuck in my room, so I don't know how I could put a restraining order on somebody.
Holly, so you're living in Mississippi now. You're far away from this all. Do you have any communication with your family at all over this, or?
I talked to my grandparents. I tried talking to my mom because when I first moved here, I ended up getting COVID. It was really tough, and I let her know because I had seen her the week before I moved. I was like, oh, hey, just get tested. I know your job tests you and da-da-da. And she has not talked to me since.
Your
She
mom?
basically told me that it was my fault why she got COVID, but she didn't even get COVID.
Okay.
She like cussed me out because I got COVID.
So things are not good with your mother.
I mean, they never really were, and I think it's just from the abuse of my father.
Yeah.
But I mean, I talk to my grandparents almost every day, so and that's kind of what matters to me.
On your mom's side or your dad's?
My mom's.
What about your dad's side? Do you have any connection to them? Like what?
Well,
what
my
is,
grandfather passed away, I think like 2 years ago now.
okay.
And then my grandfather's wife kind of just went like
she wasn't our grandmother, by the way, his wife. She was like our third step grandmother.
Oh, I got you.
But I mean, we don't know what happened with her. And then my dad's mom, I cannot stand my father's mother.
Stand my father's mom. My father's mom is just like my father.
Is she still alive?
Yeah. Just like our father.
Is that the one in this profile picture with your brother?
No, that's my mom's mom.
Oh, that's your mom's mom. What? That's so weird. Your mom's side. Oh, and speaking of, there's one question I was going to ask. Oh, so did you know? So when your father first emailed me, forget, like right after the blog was written, he attempted to smear Marissa and claim that you were in a relationship with a 49-year-old man who I believe is your friend's father. I'm not entirely sure.
Okay, let me explain that. So my father let this man live in our backyard, okay? And this man is a drug abuser. He is not somebody you want around your kids. And my dad, so basically what happened was my mom was friends with that guy, okay? Because he lived there and whatever, and blah, 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 blah. But that was my dad's friend. So he was living there. And then we left, and my dad made up all these lies just to make me look bad. There was nothing going on, ever. That guy's weird. And my dad just did that because he left and stole some tools from my dad. And me and my mom left. And he was like, let me just hit 2 birds with 1 stone.
So I see. So you weren't anywhere near this guy, who is a sex offender, by the way. He is.
Is he?
Yeah, he is a registered sex offender, this guy. That he claimed. Yeah. So, but you weren't anywhere near him.
No.
Yeah. And the police actually came. I think your mother was near him.
Yeah, my mom was near him all the time, but just like I said, he stole some things from my father when he left, and he left after us. I think he left like a day or so after us. I don't really know, but he left after us. So my dad, you know how he is. Obviously, you know how he is. He likes to just make people look bad, and that's just what he said.
Wow. So
he said it, but the thing is, he said it about other people too. Like I've had friends, and like he wouldn't let me see my friends anymore because he's like, oh, that mother, she's creepy, or that father, he looks like he touches people.
Really? So if anybody has any questions, feel free to ask them of either these 2 girls or myself, whatever. Do you guys have anything else to add to this before people ask questions? Or
so we have this grandmother that we call Lovo. And this is how bad my dad is. She is this like sweet old, like a little lady that you think you would see in a movie, where she's like this just like kind-hearted like woman that she's so hard, like in church going and everything. And he's stolen from her. And that's his grandmother.
He stole from his own grandmother.
Mm-hmm.
And is she still alive?
Yes, she is.
Where people, Holly, you live in Mississippi, correct? Somebody wanted to know?
Yes.
You going to college down there?
I am. That's the reason why I moved.
Yeah, it must be nice to get away from all this.
I'll tell you it is, but sadly enough, I still get driven back there at least once or twice a year to go see everybody.
You guys need support? I mean, how are you guys doing day to day, getting by? I mean, are you in school, Marissa?
Yes, I'm in school.
Okay. Your school's like in person, or are they remote?
It's remote. I was in person, but I got COVID recently.
Yeah.
So I had to stop that.
So are you a junior?
Yeah, I'm going to be a senior soon.
Okay, cool. Where's your mom living now? People want to know.
My mom lives with me.
Oh, she does?
We live at my godmother's house right now.
And are conditions okay there? Or
yeah.
Okay. Mm-hmm. So you're getting by, and your dad doesn't bother you?
No, he stalks us.
Oh, he does? Okay.
Yeah. And then the other day, I was telling you this, I think. my godmother and me we were in the car, and he tried to pretty much, we were coming this way, and he tried to smash into the car head on.
Jesus.
Twice.
Really?
Twice. Yes.
Has he hurt anybody ever besides you guys? Like, has he? Like,
I think so. I don't know.
I'm pretty sure he's hurt people in the past. We just haven't heard about it.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
He told the Holden police about me. He told them, and it's in the police report. He goes, well, back a lot years ago, I would have kicked the shit out of him, but now I'm whatever. So he's a big, tough guy. I mean, he's a big guy. He's like imposing.
Honestly, I feel like he's more talk than action.
Yeah.
As far as physically with other people.
He likes to attack girls. He doesn't like to attack boys.
He's mostly gonna attack women because he knows that a man would fuck him up.
Yeah, pretty much.
Language, but he knows it.
And I feel like
pretty much.
Well, we don't know what jail he went to. I was like, I was trying to find.
Yeah, I was curious. I wanted to know.
Men's jail. Please say the men's jail. I'm not entirely sure, but because that would be like, if I was a female prisoner, I'd be like, this guy is like so much. This guy could fuck. You know what I mean? He could beat me up. Like if I look at him the wrong way or whatever. Like he seems crazy.
I find funny. Holly's with this man, and nothing bad about him. He's a nice guy. But my father tried to beat him up, and my dad ran away like a little chicken when he lifted up one hand. Holly's boyfriend. Yes, he ran away. Like, I'm not trying to like say anything, but he kind of ran away like he was a pussy and just like was like, I'm not fighting this guy. So,
my dad also pepper sprayed my boyfriend. That's why he ran away from him.
And my dad pepper sprayed his boyfriend like a little bitch. So
now, Holly, you have a son, a daughter?
A daughter.
Where is the daughter?
She's with her dad right now. We're still in a custody battle ourselves.
Okay, all right. And so your dad tried to capitalize.
Which is my father's fault.
Why?
The reason the baby daddy has custody is because of my dad.
How come?
Holly's better at explaining it.
So my dad tried saying, because when I ran away, he was trying to say that I was neglectful as a parent because I ran away. But DCYF found nothing neglectful about me towards my child. So my baby dad doesn't have full custody. We share joint custody, but he's being a little a-hole, so I'm trying to work things out in court with him right now.
Yeah.
But most of it's because of my father. And the only reason why my dad even wanted, so my father actually tried saying that I was neglectful so he could get custody. And then he was pissed off because he found out that grandparents can't get no rights to grandchildren in the state of Rhode Island anymore. He basically wanted another check for another child.
Unbelievable. That's all he uses you guys for, huh? That's unbelievable.
Yeah, we're just numbers.
There was a good question here from somebody. He says, did anyone from school or DCF take any interest? Like, do you have a guidance counselor you could talk to about this? Like, they're mandated reporters. They have to tell you.
School, they helped me out. I don't know about my sister, but they tried helping me as much as they could. DCYF literally would come to the house, look in one room, and then leave. DCYF is absolutely nothing.
I feel like DCYF in Rhode Island is a joke. They literally take kids out of good homes and then leave the kids in shit homes like mine and just leave them there. And I'm like, okay, so you're going to take this kid out of this good home, but leave somebody like me in my situation in a home like that. I feel like DCYF should be in like a big lawsuit because there's kids who could potentially die from the situations they're in, and they don't take them out.
Many have, believe me. We've written many blogs, unfortunately, about people like that. There's a family right across the border from you in North Attleboro that had some unfortunate things happen to their kids that we've written about, and 2 of the kids are still there. So I know what it's like. So anything else you want to add before we first of all, I'd like to thank you for coming on. I'm sure this wasn't easy to come on here and talk about this.
No, it really wasn't, but I mean, people need to know.
I'm glad you did because your dad needs to be exposed. He
does, and he still has the audacity to text me and call me thinking that like I want a relationship with him after everything he did.
I just can't imagine that because I'm close to my dad, and it's like I just couldn't imagine not like even. Is that hard? I mean, that's got to be traumatic that like you can't.
It definitely is. Like not being close to either your parents kind of sucks.
I can imagine.
Yeah,
I can
And
imagine.
like, what was I gonna say? My dad he's kind of like the person where at home everything's horrible, but then when there's people around, you kind of have you have to act like everything's fine.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And like it's just like it's not good.
Well, I thank you guys for coming on and sharing your stories. And I appreciate that. Bret's been quiet for a while, but he's just soaking it all in. And I thank you guys for coming on. Brett, do you have any questions for him? Do you have anything you want to ask him?
I don't have any questions. I just wanted to thank you guys for coming on and just to tell that you guys are strong as fuck. You're savages. And you don't need to fucking
Thank you.
Yeah.
you being
All right,
in is just rock the fuck on. Fuck him. You guys are savages.
Thank you.
Brett. All right. Bye, ladies.
Bye.
Bye. All right. All right. So that was
When
interesting.
she apologized for saying fuck, I was like, oh, you guys have never listened to this show.
I tried not to swear too much, you know. But anyway,
savage.
let's go on to the next topic because we've talked enough about Ashley St.Angelo. All right. So I want to talk about here a couple of Black Lives Matter things that are going on in the news. So last weekend, there's been two things in the news with Black Lives Matter. One of them involved a 13-year-old boy in Chicago. The other one involved a 20-year-old man in Brooklyn Center, Minnesota, which is a suburb of Minneapolis, of all places, right there in the Chauvin trial. And by the way, that verdict is going to be this week. What do you think, Brett? Is he going to get guilty or not guilty?
I think they're going to find him guilty, but people aren't going to like the punishment, and they're still going to burn the place to the fucking ground.
Yeah, there's no way they'll be happy with the punishment, and I think it's
None.
such bullshit if he's found guilty, simply because I feel like the jurors are going to be voting guilty, not because they think he's guilty, but because they're afraid of what will happen.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? And that's such bullshit. I hope he gets a mistrial out of it if that's the case. But when I first saw the tape, I was like, oh, fuck this guy, you know? But like the more you find out about this and the more you see the audio, and like George Floyd was in the goddamn car with his drug dealer. How is that never mentioned? That he was asleep at the wheel when the cops came and found him. And he was like, yo, man, don't shoot me, motherfucker. Oh, like he was so high. He was clearly high out of his fucking mind. He didn't know what was going on, dude. He just wouldn't stop. And the more you look at like the body cams from where Chauvin was standing, like it looks like he's got his knee on his freaking back or shoulder or whatever. And so it's just like I just felt so lied to after that. I'm like, I thought that was pretty open and shut, but clearly it's not.
There's so many other factors that they like. I talked about this on my dumb shit. That there's so much wrapped into it. To me, I think it's already a foregone conclusion. He's the worst person on the planet, and then was it murder? Was it this? I can't even bring myself to watch it because I just get mad because it's just one side saying all white people suck, and the other side saying, "Oh, he got what he deserved." It's just like, oh, shut the fuck up, man. He's dead.
I don't even think anybody thinking he's got what he deserves. I don't think. I mean, George Floyd did some bad shit when he years ago that he went to jail for, robbing a pregnant woman. But like in that context of this thing, he didn't commit like a serious crime. Like he tried to use a forged $20 bill. But the big thing here is he was so fucking high. Like you took 3 times a fatal dose of fentanyl. Like they found fentanyl in the goddamn car. Okay, with his saliva on it. He was his mouth. He was taking drugs while he was being arrested. He was trying to swallow the evidence. The guy was high out of his mind. He was in the car yelling, "I can't breathe! I can't breathe!" So I don't know. We'll see what happens with that. But anyway, of course, of all places, the next martyr that has to get killed is a guy named Dante Wright. Let's watch this video, shall we? Okay, let me pull this up here. Okay, let's check this video out. Let me put the mic on. Cam mic, audio. All right, there we go. So this is a traffic stop. This is the body cam of the female police officer who shoots him, named Kim Potter. Check this out. So they come here, they got him in cuffs. Now he is out. He is being arrested on a warrant because he had a gun charge. he had a gun charge. I believe he robbed somebody for like $500 with the gun that wasn't registered or anything like that. And so again, this is the person that like, again, liberal ideologies like clash here. Like they want stricter gun control, no more guns. And so if you want stricter gun control, you're going to have to punish people stricter for when they get caught. This guy was not in jail because they also believe there should be no jail. Well, pick a lane and stay in it. So this guy's out on this. They're arresting him on a warrant for that. And the big lie that was told with this, that the media and politicians spent, was like, he was pulled over because he had an air freshener. And I'm like, that doesn't, and they killed him for that. It's like, I don't think what really happened was they ran his goddamn plates and they realized this guy's got a warrant out for his arrest. So they arrested his ass. Now, this is what transpires here. Let's watch this. So there you go. There's the move right there. They go, he's under arrest. And now right here, he takes his arm out. He evades it. He tries to jump in the car. Okay. And drive away. At this point, he is a lethal threat. You have to assume there's a gun in the car somewhere, and he could easily just hurt somebody. And the police have to stop him. They cannot let him get away. So let's watch what happens. Taser. Taser. I shot him. Okay. So she accidentally grabbed the taser. She thought she grabbed the taser. It's very clear. She grabbed the gun and she shot him. What are your thoughts on this, Bret?
What got me the most, it's not like it's just some run-of-the-mill cop. It's an actual training officer that's been on the job for like almost 30 fucking years or something like that.
Yep, veteran.
I don't see how you made that mistake. They're on different sides of your body. I'm not claiming or pretending that I could do that job or the heat of the moment shit. I don't know. But when they're dealing with someone who has a record of gun crimes, yeah, you might have your gun out. And if you try to get in the car and run us over to get away, you might catch a bullet or two.
Yeah. Obviously it wasn't on purpose. And
it's a mistake.
If it was like a tragic accident, and I would hardly say tragic because I don't think it's a big tragedy that this piece of shit died. Like, then it was an accident. And so what are we're gonna send this woman to jail? I mean, the fact that she's being charged, I think, is just fire her. Like, it's gross incompetence, obviously. Yeah. So fire her. Like, but it was she fucked up. Like they whatever. Like, it was a fucking, like, if a doctor did something and fucked up your surgery and you died, would the doctor go to jail?
Nope.
No, they wouldn't, but they'd get sued.
Be fired.
They'd be fired, right? You know, a lot of people. Yeah. There's a lot of jobs out there where you can fuck up and somebody might die and you can get sued for that. You should lose your job for that. We're going to charge you with manslaughter for that. Like, she didn't mean to fucking kill him, obviously. And second of all, I just don't give a flying fuck if this guy lived or died. I just don't. All these people whining about well, he should, who cares? The second you take your hand out and attempt to evade arrest, I just don't care what happens to you. I don't care if you die. I mean, your life no longer matters at that point. Like, you are willingly choosing to engage in some of the riskiest behavior possible. We're spending all this time analyzing, should the cop have done that? It's like thousands of people die in this country every day, thousands of people. And we could be worried about so many other people who died for things that they had no control over. This guy had control over all this and he fucking died. And what if he got in that car? And I hate to say, the tasers don't always work. They didn't work with Jacob Blake. A lot of these motherfuckers get tased and it's fucking go. They love it, you know?
Yeah. And it's
don't care
too that nobody will speak up for those fucking young girls. You know, the justice system's supposed to help people like that.
It's a good point.
But everyone's crying because this fucking little piece of shit caught a shell. Well, fuck yourself. You're
Like, this is-
hypocrites. You're all fucking hypocrites. Like,
Can
you know what
Black
I mean?
Lives Matter, like, please just give us somebody who's innocent? Like, the one guy who was completely innocent, who like didn't do anything wrong, was that guy Botham Jean from Dallas. The chick cop shot him. She thought she was in her apartment. Remember that one?
Yeah.
Bo Jean. Bo Jean was like, seems like a really nice guy. And it was just a trap, again, an accident. She fucked up big time. But like, that's what she made an even bigger mistake, in my opinion, because that wasn't like spur of the moment, like whatever.
That was,
like, yeah. And so, like, that's to me, if I'm Black Lives Matter, Michael Brown and Freddie Gray, these people are not the face. I'm making Bo Jean the face of Black. They never talk about him. You never hear about him, do you?
No. I hadn't heard about him until you just brought it up.
Because he's not a thug. They seem to only like thugs who get killed during the commission of a felony while arresting arrest. That seems to be the only Black lives that they care about.
Well, I have a theory about why that is. And it's probably bullshit or whatever, but if they champion people like the other dude, they're not going to get the hood support behind it. Like if they champion a thug, a drug dealer, you know what I mean, one of these gangsters, then the hood gets behind them. You know what I mean? Then they're out burning shit down and looting places. But if
I feel like the hood's going to get behind them no matter what, don't you?
I think it's more like the worse the person is, it seems like the greater the reaction is. You know,
that's a good point. That's a good point. Yeah, that's actually interesting. So let me show you the reaction the family had. I mean, you got to see this shit. I'm just like, I can't believe like the NBA did their whole thing with this, and like we're supposed to be upset about it. Like Dante Wright was a piece of shit. The world is a better place without Dante Wright. Okay, he hurt people. He was dangerous. And he was a menace to society. I don't care if he's fucking dead. His no big loss. I'll just be the first one to say it. No big loss. It's not a tragedy worth like fucking having a big deal about. The cop was fired. That's punishment enough. Let's move on. Okay? Give me a fucking break. It was like split second shit. Now watch the way the family is just like every other one of these fucking ratchet gut 'em up at BLM families. Watch this shit. Let me go to the audio. Make sure audio is right. Oh, I've been on that one. Okay.
Say his name! Dante Wright! They murdered my nephew! She killed my nephew! Every pistol, every taser, it has a safety on it. She saw that she had to release that. I watched that video like everybody else watched that video. That woman held that gun out in front of her for a long damn time. A long damn time. Yes, she did. My nephew was 20 years old.
Your nephew is a piece of shit.
20 years old. I don't care what nobody got to say about him. He was loved. Yes, he was ours.
He came from us, and therein lies the problem. Okay, he did come from you. Like you raised a shitty human being. You failed miserably. You should hide your fucking face because your son died while trying to hurt other people because your son was a fucking punk piece of shit. And you should be ashamed. You should fucking hide your face forever because that was your contribution. You have one job as a parent, right? Even though this is the auntie, right? Your job is to just raise a decent, law-abiding, respectful human being. It's really not that fucking hard. You failed. You fucked up. I don't know what happened along the way, but you fucked up. You completely failed in the one job you had to do. And the fact that these people are being presented as some sort of victims instead of fucking, if we had a real media out there and people actually told the truth, the cops wouldn't be on trial right now. The families would, because we don't have a policing problem in this country. We have a cultural problem in this country. We have a family problem in this country because this doesn't happen in Japan. You know why, Bret? Because in Japan, parents raise their kids right. They raise their kids to be respectful and not fuck around with police and do as you're told, or else you bring shame to the family. But here it's like your shameful son that was just a horrible person. He's playing around with guns. He's robbing people. He's resisting arrest, and you're like, fuck the police. They're the problem. Bitch, you ain't a victim. Shut the fuck up. Gotta hate this shit.
Listen, the only reason she's talking is because mom's a little too melanin deficient.
Yes.
To be on the fucking, be the face of this. And that's just
a good point.
fact. People have been saying in the comments, but that's what I thought immediately. I'm like, wait, where the fuck's his dad? Don't bother answering. We know.
The dad's actually around. The dad, but
mom ain't there. The news ain't on mom because she's white. That's just a fact.
Well, she goes on.
My brother and my sister's hurt. Like I said, this is no broken home.
Oh, okay.
This is no broken home.
So what's the excuse?
This is 23 years of love. 23.
Okay.
My nephew was 20.
Yeah.
Did y'all not see my little great nephew?
He wasn't that great.
Did y'all not see that beautiful baby? He is fatherless. Not over a mistake. Over murder.
Nah, bitch, this ain't a murder.
That's murder. Say his name.
Nah, I ain't gonna say his name. Nah, fuck him. Fuck him. He can fuck off.
I wear this shirt.
Oh, what are the odds? She's already part of BLM.
Find out today that my family has connections to this man, to this family. His girlfriend was a teacher for my nephew.
Okay, congratulations. His girlfriend, he met his girlfriend at the fucking junkie shelter. You know that.
Lovable young man.
I doubt that. I think that's. Can we get a fact check on that?
Oh Lord, the most beautiful smile.
Nah.
Y'all took that.
Y'all, nothing is their fault. Nothing is their fault. Like
my nephew's blood is on your hands.
Nah, no, it's not. It's really not.
Tell him nice.
Tell him.
I've never seen my brother hurt like this before.
I mean, it's just like. And then there's the Ben Crump attorney.
Now Isha is going to respond.
So what?
Oh, good.
Great. What else do you want to see? Well,
a hairdresser.
A hairdresser.
I hope that since she went ahead and she resigned again, that they hold her at the highest, because she was the law. She was the law, right?
Yeah,
Protect
and they didn't
serve.
listen to her. So, yeah, protect and serve. No. You seem to misunderstand what protect and serve means. Not protect Dante. Protect society from Dante. Dante was the problem. Dante was the bad guy that we're protecting society from. Put her in jail like they would do. They wouldn't, though.
You know how you avoid getting shot by cops? Don't be a fucking criminal.
It's really that simple. Or like, you can be a criminal. And they always bring up, like, how come this white guy didn't get shot? How come Dylan Roof didn't get shot? Because he gave up. He came out with his hands up and he just surrendered. And that's all you got to do. It's pretty simple.
Together in sadness and rage in Minneapolis,
the
mother of Dante Wright demanded tougher charges against a former police officer accused of killing her son.
So she's charged with manslaughter.
Manslaughter is not okay. I'm not okay with that.
Fuck them.
That's not right. She murdered my son.
Kim Potter is accused of shooting the 20-year-old during a traffic stop in Brooklyn Center. The police chief, who has since resigned, said the longtime officer confused her taser with her handgun.
The court will look at, a little bit, what's her history.
Defense attorney Bradford Colbert is not involved in the case, but believes a more severe charge against Potter could come at any time. Is that something?
If it comes, it's only because the mob demands it comes. You know what I mean, Brett?
Yep, absolutely.
And that's such bullshit. So there was that story. That was, and the other one was this other kid, this fucking kid.
Well, this is the one I'll say, and fuck this kid. And I know that's going to get people all fucking pissy, but fuck them. Fuck them.
Well.
Fuck them.
Oh, well. So let's bring this one up. Let's see what we got here. We already seen this one. Let me pull the other one up.
Let's talk about Lil EBT.
Lil EBT. So the other one was a 13-year-old boy from Chicago named Adam Toledo. And he got killed because the kid had run away before and he came back home and then he ran away again. And his mother didn't report him missing. And he's 13. He's running around with gang members doing his thing. shooting at cars at 2:30 in the morning in the most violent city in the Western world. I feel like Chicago. It's got a very serious gang problem, killing problem, but if I can imagine what it's like to be a cop in the city, it must be a goddamn war zone. And this kid runs from the cops. And do we have check out this video? This is what happens.
Stop right fucking now! Hey, show me your fucking head! Stop it! Stop it!
Boom.
Shots fired, shots fired. Get an ambulance up here now. Look at me, look at me. Look at me. You alright? Where you shot?
You know what you see what his shirt said, Brett?
Mm-mm.
Just do it. Just do it.
Just shoot it.
The cop did it. Just do it. He was just doing what his shirt said to do. So this is like literally running from the cops. As you can see here, look, he's running from the cops and he has a gun and boom, drops it. It's like a split second thing. They did it out. This is a picture of it. There you can see him holding the goddamn gun and then he drops it. And this was inaccurately reported by the media as they said he was unarmed. He's 13. He's 13. And so the body cam comes out and it's like, did you see anything wrong with that video?
No, not at all.
Not at all. I didn't see anything wrong with that goddamn video. Nothing. Like
running around with guns gets you shot. I don't see why fucking people are fucking confused over it.
At 2:30 in the morning, you're running from the cops and then you turn to face the cop and he makes a split second decision. So he drops a gun and because he was AOC saying, well, he was unarmed at the time. Bitch, he was armed a split second before that. So how about you just don't put yourself in these situations? How about if you put yourself in these situations, then it's not the police's fault that like, if you replay that situation 100 times, how many times do you think the kid is going to get shot?
Most, if not all. That's what they're trained to do. Oh, look, someone with a gun.
Yeah.
That's what you're supposed to fucking do.
Yeah, it's like
what's this little fucking Dick's nickname? Go ahead. Get to that.
So yeah, we're gonna get to that. And this is what
feeling bad for this asshole.
Pocahontas says, my heart goes out to the loved ones of Adam Toledo and Dante Wright and everyone else who's real. Like, that's who you care about. This is who our United States Senator cares about is these fucking, not like the loved ones. The loved ones failed them. I would like to have a senator that's like, I would like to officially call out the parenting of Adam Toledo and Dante Wright. Had they done their jobs and been decent, normal parents, they'd both be alive today. But they're shitty people and shitty parents, and they should probably stop reproducing. I'm a Democrat. We gave you people Planned Parenthoods. We gave your kids rubbers in schools. We're giving you free abortions. Like literally this situation was avoidable, but you fucked it up. You just had to reproduce anyway. You lazy fucking asshole. Thanks a lot. God.
No, you're 100% fucking right. And I'm supposed to feel bad or I'm supposed to, because I'm white and the cop's white. You go fuck yourself. You know who I feel bad for? If you're not a criminal and you're not running around at 3 a.m. as a child with a firearm, the people that don't do that and get shot for nothing, I'll feel bad for them.
Right.
But until I run across one, you other little bullet catchers can suck my dick. I don't fucking you with the other one. I don't fucking care because it was just a matter of time before someone else was at the end of that fucking gun. If there hasn't already been, you know what I mean?
Totally. And it's like this guy, I hate to say it. So this is the kid's profile. This is a Facebook post in his honor. It says, but it's like this forever until we meet again, my boy. Lil Homicide, gang, till my heart stops. That's his name, Lil Homicide. I miss you and I love you. Long live the real. Hashtag justice for Adam Toledo. Sincerely, Jesse. And here he is. Here's Lil Homicide. And it goes, damn, what the fuck? What the fuck was that? Nigka, can I say that? Is that the N word? If I say nigka, BIP, Bavabi Diablo, fuck the pigs, long live Bavabi Diablo, fuck 12, bitch ass, nig, cuz, gun down a kid, long live baby Diablo. He has another post from a guy named Jose Arriaga who says, rest up, gang K. Look out for me like I did H. Well, you didn't look out for him quite enough there, Jose. Said, rest in peace, and a picture of a gun, and he's flashing Latin King signs. Here's another one, rest in peace, Lil Homicide, 13 years old. I bet you Lil Homicide has shot someone before. I'm just going to go out.
What I was saying, guaranteed then. If this is your peer group, these fucking window-looking fucks that can't spell baby, what the fuck?
I'm sure that's
you were doomed when you were 10. But this is your family and friends and your community. They don't give a fuck about you until you die. And then shortly there'll be another dead one, and your stupid T-shirt they had printed will be in the back of the closet, and the new kid will be on it.
That's all. That's all you're ever going to be is another T-shirt in the closet. When the cops raid the next stash house, they're going to find it fucking crumpled up in a closet somewhere. That's all you're ever going to be. And this kid eventually, he was never going to contribute anything. It's like, I hate this. It's sad because he's 13, but to me, the first person I look at is the mother. I'm sorry.
Absolutely. Yep.
It's like, and the fact that the mother made $52,000 off of this, she's to blame. Like, your kid was running the streets. I'm sorry if my 13-year-old kid is and I live in Chicago and is running the streets. I'm not sleeping. I'm out there looking for him,
hunting this motherfucker. Absolutely.
And she could have found him. She could have asked the people, where's he at? Get him on. Like, an angry ghetto mother gets results. Like, I'm sorry.
With one of our daughters, she had a habit of skipping school, fucking stupid shit like that. School would call, blah, blah, blah. Hey, she's not here again. I'd always find her at the same fucking place. This fucking house full of these little half of fags that they just sit around smoking pot all day, and shitty pot at that, with one of the friend fathers. And I'd go over there, bang on the door, whatever kid answered it, I'd just push him to the side, I'd grab my kid, threaten everyone on the way out. Problem solved.
Do you remember this from the Freddie Gray riots? This is what I mean when I say a hood mother can find her fucking kid if they want to find their kid. This happened during the Freddie Gray riots in Baltimore in 2015. Let me change the mic setting here, because this is like, if you want to find your kid, you can find your kid and you can fuck them up, because there's nothing kids here more than like a ghetto mom, because they don't fuck around.
That got a lot of attention, and I know you know this. You've seen this picture after the video captured her berating her son for participating in the protests.
The riots, bitch. CNN, unbelievable.
Hitting her child, which is what she was doing. She was telling him not to do it, but she was doing it by hitting him. Here's what she said to CBS.
She tries to blame him.
Lo and behold, I turn around and I look in this crowd, and my son is actually coming across the street with this hoodie on and
look at this.
A mask. At that point, I
God bless this woman. That's what I mean.
At the end of the day,
she needs a fucking award.
Right.
Now, Councilman, what's
look at this? Look at this. Get your bitch ass inside. Get your bitch ass inside. Oh, you love it.
You said you was going to play Pokemon Go, you little piece of shit. Get in the fucking house, smacking them down the street.
Enough with this, like, Mike. Oh, it's not the mom's fault. Of course it's the mom's fault. You can go and find your kid if you want to find your kid. You just didn't want to find him, and he's out there gangbanging, and he got shot in a questionable situation. But again, I hate even analyzing it, because when you analyze, like, was it justified? Wasn't justified? You're not answering the most important question, and that was, how the fuck did the kid get like this?
Yep.
And they're the ones to blame. Like, why aren't we holding the parents accountable for this shit? God, that makes me sick. It makes me so fucking sick. But there will be another one next week. And by the way, white people get killed by cops too. We never ever hear about it. More white people get killed by cops than black people. No one can name a fucking name. No one cares about them. And that includes me. I don't care about them. If you're a white guy who got killed by a cop while you're breaking law, I don't give a shit about you. I'm not going to say your name. It's no big loss. Don't break the fucking law, asshole. That's pretty simple.
That's his shit. You can go fuck your mother with that shit too. Say his name. Why?
Yeah, fuck.
Take the bullet out of him? No, then fuck yourself.
Yeah, fuck yourself.
Exactly. Buy him a bulletproof vest.
All right, so that's that situation. Let's talk about one more thing here. So before I do the freestyle, so I am running for school committee, as you guys know, in the Wachusett region. The election is 3 weeks. The May 10th. What day of the week is May 10th? I should know this by now. So today's it'll be the 3rd, the 26th, and the 19th. What's today's date? The 17th.
17th.
Kate Batista's birthday. How can I forget? There you go. Important day.
Monday.
So yeah, okay. So it'll be a Monday. So 3 weeks from Monday is the big election, and I'm running because a couple reasons. Number one, they didn't open the schools. The communication sucked with the superintendent. They reject science. We're being governed by idiots. And on top of that, I'm also against this critical race theory that is being pushed in schools, and nobody's pushing back. So I'm running to save our kids from this hateful, divisive, racist rhetoric. And that was what I profiled in this blog here about this chick who has way too many goddamn vowels in her name. Like Ijeoma Oluo, who, by the way, is friends with Didi Delgado. Didi Delgado. We remember that cheese hog. Anyway, this guy is the deputy superintendent of my district. He's named Robert Burlow. And apparently Robert Burlow sends out this email to every teacher in the district for professional development. Teachers go to PD days. They have it built into their contract. And, you know, I always argued that like they were inefficient because like you should be doing something on PD days to develop professionally. And if you're just going to some bullshit conference about like race relations, how are you being a better teacher that way? How does that make you a better teacher? How does that help kids?
It
like it doesn't. So every teacher in the school is urged to go like, here is a link to the April professional development newsletters. In it, you will find updates on training available to staff, including offerings for, so these are the couple of the offerings. A book written by, this book is called This Book is Anti-Racist by Tiffany Jewell. And the other one is, so they're basically saying that it's a book club style discussion that teachers can go to. The goal is to encourage and empower educators, elementary through high school, to begin to competently approach, acknowledge, address, and discuss personal identity, racism. And so not only kids, elementary through high school. So kindergartners are going to be learning about this. No. And it's on the May 10th PD day, which, by the way, is also election day. And the other one was written by that Ijeoma chick. She says, so you want to talk about race. In the book, So You Want to Talk About Race, she writes, we have to be able to look racism in the eye wherever we encounter it. If we continue to treat racism like it is a giant monster that is chasing us, we will be forever running. But running won't help when it's in our workplace, our government. What does that even mean? What is nothing. Yeah. So this chick, like this is a couple lines. I took a couple. I went on Amazon and actually looked at the books that these teachers are going to be reading. And one of them says, and so if a person of color says something is about race, it is. So you're not allowed to question. If a person of color says something is racist, Bret, you can't question it at all. Yeah. What a brilliant system that is. I mean, I want to start saying that. I mean, if I just like, no, you can't question me. I'm white. If a white person says something is, if a white person calls you a pedophile, don't you dare question that.
Can't. Yeah,
you're a pedophile.
All people now, I guess, except white males, apparently.
Because nobody gets molested. Like
you're supposed to believe all the shims, no matter what they say. The shim shari's, the rainbow of browns, tans, and blacks. If they say it's racist, that's just a fact now. So you're supposed to believe everyone. Women, if a woman says, hey, this guy touched my butthole in 1982 at a press conference, believe her. It's just we're the pieces of shit, right?
That's right. It's very simple.
White men
people just need to shut the fuck up. Literally, you just need to shut up and listen and be a good ally, okay? And by the way, this is the person, I've written about her before in 2017. Too many vowels here. She goes, she's on a road trip with her family. And she goes, I'm at the Cracker Barrel for the first time. looking at the sea of white folk in cowboy hats and wondering, will they let my black ass walk out of here? That seems a little bit racist, Brett.
I love Cracker Barrel.
I like Cracker Barrel too.
The ham steak is the shit. But yeah, that's fucking insane. So it's that's how I'm supposed to think every time I go to Taco Bell, that I'm going to get stabbed on the way out. Is that how racist it works now?
Like, imagine if that worked in the other way. Like I go into fucking Burger King in Kelly Square in Worcester, but like I went in Burger King and I don't know if there's a lot of black folk in here, and I don't know if they're gonna let my cracker ass out of here. I don't know. It's gonna be a close one, I think. Why? Because they're black? That would be
what
racist.
If I posted that from Popeyes? Like I'm getting my Popeyes chicken sandwich, fried chicken sandwich, and I don't know if all these people that enjoyed chicken are gonna let me live today.
Yeah, or Denny's or whatever, you know.
Bullshit.
Let's like say like I went into Chopsticks, and I don't know if some of them samurais is gonna back kick me in the head, because I've seen Rush Hour. I saw all 3 Rush Hours, and them motherfuckers don't play. So I don't know. Like what? Like what? Are you like, that's so racist? You can't say that, but she can, because she's black. Like she's a black woman. She's intersectional, and she can just say that. And white people are afraid. They're petrified to be like, that seems a little bit racist. She's like, no. Have you read page 48 of my book? You can't say I'm racist. It's fucking brilliant. And the brilliance of this all is that like they're making a living off of this, and I guess good for them. But like they're literally just getting white. They're telling what a racket. They're telling white people like, you can't question me, and you must buy my book. Pay black women. Like that's Didi's whole thing. Is like, give me money. Wait, why should I give you money? You weren't a slave. Racist. I'm gonna call you it's just fucking bullying. These people are fucking bullies. And by the way, these are the fucking kids. Like, oh my, like this guy's gonna get shot in the Cracker Barrel. That guy's what? That kid's basically white. No, I mean,
yeah.
Am I alone? Like, what the fuck?
No.
Like, so anyway,
you're gonna get shot. And why are you at the Cracker Barrel, racist? I figured you would just categorically not go to the Cracker Barrel if you're so worried about white folks. It's in the name.
And this is what she says: until white America pays reparations to descendants of slaves, until it tears down the institutions that can only run off our blood and our labor, until it decides that it can be something not defined by its power. So she wants reparations. She uses a lot of foul language in her tweets, and she's going to be teaching teachers. Okay, fuck the police unions, white people, whatever outrage and sadness. This is after the George Floyd thing. Whatever outrage and sadness you are feeling, pouring it out on social media to your black friends won't make them feel connected to you. It just places the burden of your feelings on top of their own. Okay, enough with this shit about like, I'm black, I was affected by George Floyd. Bitch, no, you weren't. Okay, this like every time a white person gets killed, I'm supposed to be like, oh, that hurts me because we're white. It's like George Floyd getting killed didn't affect you in the least bit. You're just trying to capitalize off it. She goes, send money, send a meal, buy from black business, aka just I am trying to profit off this bitch. Nobody sees this.
It's just like the Somalian pirate. They've made racism and white guilt into a fucking career. It's a new career. All you got to do is run your fucking cockbox like this on social media and Twitter and all these things. And apparently white people just give you money. That's now a career.
I was
and you got the blue check mark, son. Ooh, you just raised your fucking price.
I was way ahead of the game. Rayla Campbell's calling me. I wonder if she wants to chime in on this. Hold on.
Hold on, Bobby.
Rayla? Hello? Oh, god damn it. Oh, it's a fucking asshole. They always do that to us. Anyway, some asshole has this fucking app where it looks like she's calling me and I'm calling her. She's getting a call from me at this time. Somebody has an app where they just fuck with our phones like that. I don't know. These people have no lives. Yeah, so they win that one. You guys, it's very clever. Very clever. I thought she was chiming in on this one. But anyway, Yeah, like, I discovered this racism industrial complex years ago with Mosaic. I was the first one to kind of point this out. That, like, bitch, there is money to be made here, and cash money, the nonprofit way. And all you got to do is just keep telling white people, you owe me something. It's your fault. You're racist. If you want to feel better about yourselves, don't tell me you feel bad for me. Just pay me, motherfucker. Write a check. That's what you do.
At least that, I think, wasn't it Boo Shameek that posted the kill shot? Came off of his page, was like,
yes,
fuck the grind, fuck drugs, fuck that. Just get some white motherfuckers to feel bad for you and get this paper, son. At least he was upfront about it. I'll give him that.
I gotta find that
shit. He said it out loud.
Yeah, actually, let me bring that up. That is actually a great point. Nobody has ever described the racism industrial complex better than Robert Alston. Let me bring this up. Hold on. Now, that's a great point. This, unfortunately for him, led to the downfall of goddamn Mosaic.
All of you got pay cuts that week.
Oh my God.
All of you.
Okay. Let me see this. Okay. Actually, I think it's right here. Let me pull it up.
I've never seen someone get called racist as many times as you did during that. Every sentence had racist in it.
I won, so this is like 2016. This is one of the great confessions, guys, of all time. Okay. So if you weren't around in 2016, there was this group called Mosaic Cultural Complex in Worcester, who was doing the same thing as Hamdia. They were organizing BLM protests at their nonprofit. So I audited their nonprofit. I got all the books on them. I found out that the CEO, Brenda Jenkins, her son is named Robert Alston, aka Boo Shameek. And Boo Shameek is basically getting paid not to show up, because I found Facebook posts that he made when he was allegedly on the clock, because we got his time cards. Okay. And then I go to his Facebook page and I get this goddamn confession on there. This is one of the great confessions of all time. He says, "To all my street N-words, we've been wasting our time and our lives in these streets. This systemic racism done got us again. They got us banging for turf and killing each other over blocks and drugs and graveyard beef and who got what and how much she got. When the real hustle is in community-based organization nonprofits, all you got to do is play on white guilt, speak the linguistics, know the culture, apply for the grants, find a couple dumb N-words that's trying to change their lives, play on the need for that change, give them a little perks to reaffirm that change is coming, and N-word, you're sitting on a conglomerate, an empire, an untapped source of power, an unlimited source of income, but it comes in phase and stages." This is the greatest Facebook post of all time.
It was never put better than that. That's why I still remember it. It's
literally the guy said the quiet part out loud. This dumbass, the CEO's son, is on Facebook. He's like, "Yo, I'm just gonna spill the beans. Yo, dumb motherfuckers out there shooting each other and shit. You gotta get on this nonprofit shit. Trust me. My mom, Brenda Jenkins, she runs this shit. It's called community-based organization nonprofit, and we just gotta find some dumb N-words like me, who said they're going to change their life around, and we're going to blame racism on everything. And like, yo, we need to change on that. And white people he literally said, play on white guilt. And then you're sitting on a conglomerate. Thank God for Boo Shameek. That is one of the great.
One of the ways that you fucking wrap these fucking assholes up was like you showed the time cards where it says he was doing whatever blood pressure tests from noon.
Yeah, that's up here. Right here.
Then his Facebook post was them shooting dice, drinking 40s, and smoking blunts at the same time. It's like, what are you doing? You dumb motherfucker.
Like this was on Monday.
They tell on themselves.
Yeah, they literally they thank God for Boo Shameek. If it wasn't for him, they'd still exist. You know,
Boo Shameek matters.
But this is what he wrote about a chick too. By the way, he goes, "I don't know about y'all, but when a shiesty, grimy person gets a disease like cancer or HIV or whatever, I celebrate. And I let that person know that I'm glad that they have whatever they have. It's called karma, and you're supposed to celebrate. This is a guy working at a health clinic.
Giving blood pressure tests. Yeah. Good guy.
Oh my God. Oh my God. This
God
is
bless you, Boo Shameek.
God bless Boo Shameek. Seriously.
Boo Shameek, man.
Whose stupid idea was it to send us to a training on how to fill out welfare applications? I've never felt so insulted in my life. Talk about cultural insensitivity. All this shucking and jiving for Whitey. Oh my God. Oh God. This guy's he's so underrated in Turtleboy history. Thank you for reminding me of him.
You should send him a t-shirt. Just for GP. Just send him a free t-shirt. Turtleboy.
We gotta get
a blue line one. Send him the thin blue line Turtleboy shirt as a thank you.
We got to get him on the live show. I wonder what him and Wanda. I got to get Wanda on the show too. But anyway, these chicks, they're basically just, I could go on and on. Read it if you haven't already. They're racist. This chick's black. Like, come on. This is like Rachel Dolezal's twin sister. Come on.
Injection only. Get the fuck out of here.
The fact that you look like this and you call yourself black, it's like that just proves, right, that like that is not like the, I don't know, like that is not the biggest deal. Like obviously you can't be that scared. If you look white and you're saying that you're black, then what the fuck good is white privilege, right? Like, why would you choose to be and like that's your identity is black? It's like, wouldn't you say that you're white because you get the privileges? I don't get it, right? I don't know.
If we supposedly have all these white privileges and you had a little sliver of black in you, I think you'd hide it so you could get the card and whatever else the white privilege comes with.
You'd think so. So anyway, go read this blog if you haven't already, because there's been a lot of reaction to that. Now, some people are not happy about this blog in the Wachusett Regional School District, Bret, and they don't want me getting on the school committee. Let me show you a post here that was made. Because they really don't want me on this. Like, it's causing a lot of controversy here. She's like, Wachusett Regional School District peeps, especially my Holden friends, please don't let this man edit. By this man, I mean Turtleboy, the author of the article below, be elected onto the school committee. He is actively running on preventing anti-racism curriculum in schools. That is correct. I am running on. So the anti-racism thing is just, if you hear that word, it doesn't mean you're anti-racist. It means you're racist. Anti-racism, they're very good at disguising with word. Like that would be like if the Ku Klux Klan called a lynching, like what would be a positive thing that the Klan could call a lynching? Like a picnic or
a rope party.
A rope party. Stop. But you know, like you could just take any bad thing and just call it a good thing, and then it's like with Antifa. They're like, we're anti-fascist. We're against fascism. Bitch, you're out there hitting people with clubs and burning buildings down. Like
we just fucking looted a Target and fucking we're threatening to burn a police station. This isn't a riot. It's a protest.
Oh, right. A protest. Right.
It was wrap it in a different fucking paper and now it's fine.
So this is like, I want to be very clear. She's right. I am actively against these people, these racist people coming into our schools and indoctrinating our kids. Guilty as charged. If you like racism, if you're a racist, like this woman is very obviously racist, then don't vote for me. I'm not the candidate for you. I am the anti-racist candidate. I'm the guy that's actually anti-racist. So let's be very clear about that. Other people that
the only one that I see that actually wants to protect the kids instead of worrying about these soft ass fucking teachers and what they want versus what
children. And like if this is your priority right now, like our kids just lost out on a year's worth of education, and your primary concern is let's make sure this race baiting hustler gets paid by the taxpayers. No, thank you. Not on my watch. Not when I get on the school committee. As Turtleboy, a misogynist, racist, failed public educator is no source to be quoting. Find yourself a credible source before circulating this trash. Okay. Holden friends, please don't let this man get elected. He is actively running on preventing anti-racism curriculum in the schools. I believe we should be teaching our students to think critically, and this includes questioning the white patriarchal and heteronormative narrative that has been the current. If you've ever used the word white patriarchal heteronormative in a sentence. Unironically, I don't want your vote anyway. I'm not courting your vote. I don't think you and I would get along. Vote for the other people, okay? I'm looking for votes from normal people who just want their kids to get an education and don't want to be brainwashed. That's it. If I lose on that, then I lose on that. But that is my platform, okay? And I apologize for nothing. Absolutely.
Is that a real word?
No, they just make up these words.
Hetero, whatever. I've never seen that word, heard that word in my fucking life. Hetero, normal, whatever.
She says, I'm so saddened by his perspective. As a Sterling resident, I won't be able to cast my vote against him. So here I am advocating. Yeah. Look at the, is this not the ultimate Karen haircut of all time? This is the chick. Katie.
She masturbates angrily. And she doesn't use any products from our sponsor, Wonderworld, with 15%
Wonderlust. Wonderlust.
Yep, that one.
Yeah.
They need some of that. They need
she'd probably be a lot happier if she did, but
she'd absolutely be happy.
You know.
Get something in you.
Okay, so it goes on to say, Adrianna Nathan says, facts are facts is not an appropriate description of this article. This is an opinion of a man who wants to provide education without being subjected to unhealthy, politically driven brainwashing. Yeah, guilty as charged. I don't want my kids to be brainwashed. However, he provides his own unhealthy, politically driven brainwashing when it suits him. Yes, there is a big difference between my blog and a public school. I don't know if you're familiar with this, Adrianna, but my blog is just like, you don't have to read my blog. You can read it or not read it. I don't care. Like, it is biased. It is my opinions on things. It is what it is. The schools are different. The schools are just where you go to learn to read and write, get an education and do math and all that fun stuff and make friends. It's not where you get brainwashed with things. We really not know the answer to that? Okay. There she is right there. Another person says, I applaud the district for hiring two amazing, outspoken women to lead the teachers in a very amazing. Yes, you're very woke. Congratulations. Good for you. I actually wholeheartedly disagree with the person who wrote this article. I have read these books. The book, So You Want to Talk About Race, is a wonderful perspective of a Black woman breaking down racial issues and supporting open discussions. If that's what the teacher seminars are like, I applaud the initiative. Oh, yeah, shut the fuck. Yeah. Turtleboy is the author. He is the lowest of the low. Well, there you go. Why even share this garbage? So anyway, these people are just, so this is what I'm up against. I plan on winning. If you guys, I greatly, again, this is my pitch to people out there. If you are in favor of kids being brainwashed by racist women who think they're going to get shot by every white person at the Cracker Barrel, then don't vote for me. If you're looking for unity, if you're looking for what is best for the kids in the Wachusett Regional School District, vote for me because I actually care about them. I don't care about race hustlers or anything like that. I don't want them. I just care about the kids. So whatever you want to do, if you don't like the kids, then don't vote for me. But I care about the kids. So it is what it is. All right. Should I do the freestyle?
Absolutely.
Okay. Let me switch my mic here and let's get started. All right.
Never mind. Go ahead.
All right. Let me pull it up. Oh, yeah. Black Lives Matter, rioting again, like clockwork, so I call him Big Ben. Kid in Chicago named Toledo ran away from home and his mama didn't know. Called him little homicide, said he gang, wouldn't drop the gun, so the cops did the thing. Mama on the news, blaming police, but she ain't nothing but a ratchet side piece. Another punk bitch out in Minnesota, fucked around, got shot in his Toyota. Family on the TV saying they impressed. Bitch, you should have told your son don't resist arrest. Turtleboy running for school committee, gunning for the top spot cause I'm gritty. Critics be saying I don't play by the rules. Bitch, I ain't the one who closed down the schools. For the education, kids be yearning. Fuck out my face with your whack remote learning. All the white liberals get kind of leery cause I'm mad critical of the race theory. We in a pandemic and the kids in peril. Why we bring this racist bitch from the Cracker Barrel? Now they want the kids to be indoctrinated. Racial animosity is what they all created. If you come at Turtleboy, better take it slow or I'ma lock you up like St.Angelo. thought that he'd hide out on the border. Sits on a computer, violates the order. Behavior towards the kids is abhorrent. Cops picked his ass up, got him on the warrant. Getting attitude from Judge there again. Bitch, you ain't the Pope and this ain't the Vatican. Mad at his wife because his daughters choose her. Sit your ass down, you domestic abuser. Should know by now that the turtle never quits. Shit ain't changed just because you got some tits. Abuse your own kid, this dude is sick. I ain't calling you she if you got a dick. I'm being thought one and got to go for me down. Came back stronger, so fuck your pronoun. Free speech around here won't be silenced. Now I got the cash for some bomb ass events. Thanks, Turtle Riders, for all the support. I exposed his ass. No, I beat his ass in court.
Arr. Good job.
All right. Woo!
You know them fire emojis.
Oh man, look at them fire. No poop emojis here.
No
poop emojis here.
We had. Oh no, we've renamed those the Genettis.
No Genetti emojis. No Genettis.
Genettis.
Woo! Okie dokie. All right. Anything else? Somebody said, I can't wait to see how woke Sterling is. Sterling voted for Donald Trump in 2016. So they ain't that woke. Trust me.
Yeah. Right.
All my sauces. All right. If you guys have any questions for Brett and I, fire away.
Where's your sauce?
Oh, thank you, Shay Frascas. I mean, it says deserves a Grammy. Thank you.
That little the fucking needle murder there, fucking Giannetti sent you a little love note on Instagram. Did you see it?
I didn't.
It's a picture of him without a shirt in a dirty kitchen, and it says, "I'm back. Blog about that, bitch." So I'm assuming that's aimed at you.
I guess so. He's back. You're back where?
Yeah, back in the kitchen. Oh, good for you.
Yeah.
Where's our kid? That's what I want to fucking know. Where is Aidan Brittany Jr.?
Yeah, where's my son? Where's my adopted son? My foster son.
Quit fucking assuming you get to pick what it wants to be. I'm almost sure it's going to want to be a pots and pansexual.
Yeah.
And be referred to as them or they.
Tony says, where do I get Turtle Gear? It's in the Turtleboy store on the website. You just hit the shop button and you can buy whatever you want in there. Fundraiser, we've raised over $10,000 today. So I have to double check that tomorrow. Unfortunately, it's not like GoFundMe, so we don't have the ticker. I just have to constantly be in touch with Mark about that, about how much has been raised on there. And yeah. It seems like the BBJ thing has died out, so that's good. Maybe if he wins Ratchet Madness, which is a distinct possibility at this point, then he could, educate yourself. Oh, I like that. Educate yourself. Over Aidan.
Nice.
How do you read my mind daily? It's like, I don't know. I just feel like we're just on the same wavelength, How can I get a foul mouth t-shirt? Oh, we should start making some Bretgear.
Oh, yeah. I got the lady that made your cup made my cup.
Oh, nice. There you go. Oh, the one in the back there. Can we get that in the store? Can we get that in the Turtleboy store?
You can absolutely.
The foul mouth fishman. We got to do that.
Yeah.
Have you thought about running for president? No.
For this show, we need a shirt to come up with a logo.
No, we haven't heard from Alex Jones, unfortunately. I highly doubt that's going to happen. That would be very cool if it did, but
that would be awesome. They took down the podcast I watched called Flagrant with comedian Andrew Schultz. They had Alex Jones on for like an hour and a half, and they got hammered with him. And Alex Jones was being Alex Jones, saying all kind of crazy shit. YouTube literally took it right the fuck down. They're like, no, you can't have him on the show.
Unbelievable.
Took right off of YouTube just because he was on it. Fucking crazy.
It is. All right. Anything else, guys, before we call it a night?
Oh, yeah, I do. Did you ever? Some lady yesterday or the other day was saying that she couldn't check out of the Turtleboy store.
Yeah, I talked to her. I messaged her.
Figured out. Oh, good.
Got it figured out. Yep.
Awesome.
All right. Anything else, guys? I guess not. So, all right, cool. It's been a good episode. I don't know when there's another deposition for that, so we'll see. But anyway, I appreciate it, guys. Good episode, and we will see you all on Tuesday for the next episode of Turtleboy Live. Peace, Turtle Riders.